bouts in a row. So I think the fans that are going to come April 23rd to the Forum are going to be in for a treat of seeing the two best pound-for-pound fighters on the same show, seeing two of the most exciting fighters on the same show in great matchups. Just wanted to start, lights are kind of bright, but we wanted to start by thanking our host, Arena, the Forum. We have a couple people from the Forum today. Our good friend Dana Define and Jenny Lincoln are here. And also, naturally, I want to thank Irving Azoff and our friends back at MSG in New York, Joel Fisher, Sal Federico, Adam Thayer. I mean, without their help, you know, these type of events in a premier arena in Southern California with so much history that the Forum has, and with the renovations they've done, it's just a tremendous arena now. And everyone saw when Gennady fought Willie Monroe Jr. last year, such an exciting atmosphere, and the crowd and the acoustics of the Forum is so loud. We really appreciate, Dana, we appreciate all your help in putting that together. With that, I'd like to acknowledge, you know, every time we put on a fight show, first and foremost, not only do we want to provide excitement to the fans, but we're always cognizant of the health and safety of the fighters themselves. I mean, that's really, they're in the ring to provide entertainment for everyone watching on TV and in the arena, but without a regulating commission, a show like this wouldn't be possible. So I want to acknowledge the California State Athletic Commission, the host commission for that, and representing the commission is Martha Shen Yurkaitis. Martha.
Good afternoon. As Tom said, my name is Martha Shen Yurkaitis, and I'm a commissioner with the California State Athletic Commission. We are very honored to once again work with Tom Loeffler of K2, Tom Brown of TGV, and Peter Nelson of HBO Sports. As I was discussing coming down here to do the press conference with my husband, Arnold, one of my grandsons overheard us, and when he heard the words television and Peter and Brown and Tom, he got very excited because he thought I was coming down here to work on an episode of The Family Guy. But we are very excited to have two of the world's top boxers once again at the amazing and legendary Forum for an evening of unparalleled and pure boxing. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is at the top of most best pound-for-pound rankings, and of course, he has beautiful, aggressive combinations. And of course, Mr. Golovkin, Triple G, who's been terrorizing the middleweight division and is today one of the most talked about, probably, boxers in the world, and certainly is one of the most feared, and definitely is one of the most watched boxers in the world, and probably will be of all time. And of course, their opponents, Mr. Williams Arroyo, who my husband and I actually had the pleasure of watching live at the 2008 Olympics in China, and who's amassed an amazing amateur career and now has a significant professional knockout rate. And Mr. Wade, who, well, there's nothing really more dangerous probably than a young, very hungry professional fighter with a 67% knockout rate. So as the late, great Howard Cosell once said, boxing is drama at its greatest. So why not have our next great drama show at the fabulous Forum? And with that said, on behalf of Governor Brown and the California State Athletic Commission, we are honored to have an event of this caliber, and we look forward to a safe, and if I can say, by the way the pre-sales are going, a very successful event on April 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha. We were in China together for the WBC convention last year with Gennady, and she's a really special person, just as far as everybody that she knows, and really appreciate you being involved, Martha. To touch on that, you know, Gennady has multiple titles. Roman is a three-time world champion. He currently holds the WBC flyweight championship. Gennady is the WBC interim champion, which makes him the mandatory, or I should say the winner of Gennady and Wade is the mandatory for the winner of Canelo and Khan. So to say a few words on behalf of the World Boxing Council is Pepe Suleiman.
Good afternoon. It is my honor to represent the WBC today in light of the historic events, undefeated. It is very unusual to have a championship bout involving two undefeated fighters. Triple G is putting his undefeated record and world title on the line against a very strong undefeated fighter in Dominic Wade. While at the same time, Chocolatito puts his WBC title and his undefeated record on the line against a very tough Puerto Rican fighter who has plenty of international experience, McWilliams Arroyo. The combined records of the four fighters is outstanding, with 112 wins, 95 by knockout, and only two losses. The WBC is proud to see the world boxing, that boxing is back at the Forum, one of the greatest arenas for boxing in the world, and precisely in the most important state for boxing in the world, which is California. I would like to take the opportunity to sincerely thank K2 Promotions, Tom Loeffler and his magnificent team for the support they have always provided to the WBC and with all of our social responsibility programs. Children from the area will have opportunity to see the fight through WBC Care Programs, which is now officially linked to Escolas Ocurrentes, the only foundation in the world recognized by Pope Francis, dedicated to find better future for the children, for the world through education, sports, culture, and message of peace. We also like to acknowledge the support to female boxing, as this card features two female boxing bouts, as 2012 will be the groundbreaking year for female boxing in the United States. Being said, K2 promoting a double WBC championship card at the Forum and aired by HBO guarantees a success, which will give boxing fans a memorable night of boxing and will set the stage for 2016. On behalf of the members of the WBC representing the 165 countries affiliated, I wish to express our best regards and best wishes to all, and may the best fighters win. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pepe. He had mentioned I was just at the WBC Female Boxing Convention in Tijuana. It was a few weeks ago, and WBC had honored pretty much the greatest champion, Alani Ali, as the wife of Muhammad Ali. So it was really an honor to be at the WBC Female Convention. And with that, and Nancy Rodriguez is here present, and with that, we're committed to highlighting not only local fighters on a great championship card like this, but also female boxing. I believe one fighter that we have already planned for the undercard is Sinisa Estrada. I think she's here in attendance, so I wanted to introduce her. She was on the show last year at the Forum, and she sold a lot of tickets. So we're happy to have her on, and we're looking at finalizing a few more of the local fights. So with that being said, it's great having local fighters like this, but at an historic venue like the Forum. An event like this, with this championship caliber of fighters on it, really couldn't be possible without a commitment from a major television network. And when I first brought Gennady and Oleg and Abel, when we were all meeting in New York with the television networks, HBO, showed their commitment to Gennady. He was a silver medalist from Kazakhstan. His English wasn't very good, but I told HBO, I said, he'll fight anybody. He's the WBA middleweight champion. He doesn't need a lot of money. He just wants the exposure. And as soon as he had his debut, September 2012, against Gregor Proksa, the European champion, very tricky style, southpaw. And after that, HBO fell in love with him, the fans fell in love with him, and we haven't stopped since. So to say a few words on behalf of HBO, I'd like to introduce Tony Walker.
Thanks, Tom, and thanks everybody for coming today. Tom, if you have any more fighters as good as Golovkin who don't have a lot of money, you can always come see us. So it's all good. On behalf of Peter Nelson, the Executive Vice President of HBO Sports, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. It is going to be a great card. You think about what we are seeing here with Triple G. We all love boxing, but how many of us are going to see a dominant fighter like this in our lifetime? His journey has been great. We've been very fortunate to be part of that journey and showcasing him on HBO. But this is a formidable champion. Glad to have him, who always puts on a great show. And on April 23rd, when you add Chocolatito, the rated #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, I can say that our announcers have some good material to work with to bring a great fight to the fans. I would like to welcome Dominic Wade and Arroyo to HBO, to the telecast. They both come with great credentials, and we know they're going to put up a good contest. It's all about the contest in boxing, and it's going to be a great telecast. Please inform your listeners, your viewers, your readers about what we have to offer on April 23rd. It airs at 10 p.m. Pacific and Eastern Time, and it's live on regular HBO. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I'd like to, as part of the acknowledgement towards HBO as a network, I'd like to also have a special recognition for somebody that shared my vision that I had with Gennady and was really instrumental on getting Gennady on the network, and really instrumental on getting Chocolatito on the network as well, is Peter Nelson. So I'd like to acknowledge Peter for all of his efforts and his recent promotion, and just his commitment to putting on the best fights possible. Martha had alluded to the tickets that have been sold, and we had one of the best pre-sales in recent memory that I can remember. We had over 5,300 tickets that were sold in the pre-sale. That's before they were even available to the public, and now it's over 6,000. That was as of about a half an hour ago. I keep getting texts from MSG, and so we're excited about the ticket sales. I have to stress for all the media here, anybody that wants to come see this show has to buy their tickets early, because we're on track. The capacity is 16,000, and if we're already at 6,000 tickets, that's over 30% sold. So anybody that wants to come see the show has to buy their tickets early, because otherwise, what we saw when Gennady made his debut out here in LA at the StubHub Center, that was sold out a month before. So I think at the Forum now, having the full arena open, it's going to be a tremendous atmosphere, and we price the tickets reasonably. So we're really excited about the fans' reaction, and also the media reaction about writing about these fights. With that, I'd like to get to the contestants and really the people that you're interested in seeing and speaking. I just want to give a thank you to somebody that I've known for a long time in boxing. This is actually the first time we've officially done business together. When we were looking for an opponent for Chocolatito, with his undefeated streak and his knockout streak, it's not easy to get people to go in the ring with him. It's very similar to Gennady. So I want to bring up actually Peter Rivera from PR Best Promotions in Puerto Rico, who's representing McWilliams Arroyo, and then he can introduce McWilliams.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to thank HBO, Tom Laffer, and K2 Promotion for this great opportunity to allow us to be part of this great event. As everybody knows, Puerto Rico have an incredible boxing tradition. And that's because always Puerto Rican fighters give it all at the ring. As you also know, in the history of boxing, fighters from Nicaragua and Puerto Rico fought incredible fight, like Alexis Arroyo against Salcedo Escalera, Miguel Cotto Mayorga, and many other fighters that Puerto Ricans that fought Nicaraguan fighters. So this means that in April 23rd, all boxing fans will have the opportunity to see another war between good fighters, incredible fighters like this one, like Chocolatito. And I know that McWilliam, who have the opportunity to become a world champion and make history also for our country, they're going to lose this opportunity. His brother, his twin brother, is already a world champion. He want to be a world champion too. So he's the chance that we have right now. And as I said before, I'm sure that he's not going to lose this opportunity. So now I want to introduce you, with McWilliam Arroyo. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank God for being here. And I want to especially thank HBO, K2 Promotion, for this great opportunity. Once Peter Rivera told me, want to fight Chocolatito, I said, let's do it. I have a dream to become a champion. I want to thank Roman Gonzalez and all his team for, giving me this opportunity. And I'm going to work very hard. I have a dream, and I'm going to try to get that belt. A todos los seguidores que hablan español, pues quiero agradecerle a HBO, a K2 Promotions por esta gran oportunidad, al Consejo Mundial de Boxeo por aceptarme, pues, ser rival del campeón Chocolate, a su equipo de trabajo por permitirme, pues, pelear con él. Voy a aprovechar esta gran oportunidad, voy a trabajar muy fuerte y va a ser una gran cartelera el 23 de abril. Gracias.
He was actually the flag bearer for Puerto Rico, so that shows you what type of respect they have for him in Puerto Rico and the type of amateur career that McWilliams had. And in his professional career, he went to Thailand to fight the current the champion from the IBF right now, and many people, most people, I'd say, thinks that he had won that fight. So he had a split decision there, so I know he's going to do his best in the fight with Chocolatito. And that's really when I was talking to people that are much more familiar with the lighter divisions than I am, and they said this is a great matchup. Brian Valoria was a fantastic matchup that we were able to put on the last show, and people are saying this is even a better matchup than the Valoria fight. McWilliams has 13 knockouts out of 16 wins, so it's going to be a lot of fireworks in the ring. And to now introduce the champion, I really have to acknowledge Mr. Honda of Taiken Promotions, his promoter, naturally Akimi, and working with Chocolatito, with Mr. Honda, with Akimi, with Carlos Blandon, his manager, has been a real dream for us. When we were first looking the last year at the forum, who would be a great co-feature to really complement the show with Gennady? And it was actually Peter Nelson was the one that suggested Chocolatito. And it's been a great partnership, it's been a great working relationship, and it's been a great situation for the fans whenever they can see them put together. So I want to bring up Chocolatito's manager, Carlos Blandon, so he can say a few words and also introduce Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Good afternoon. First and most, I would like to thank God for this opportunity, fighting once again here at the forum. It's a true blessing. We want to thank our promoter, Taken Promotions, Mr. Honda, Akemi, the rest of the team for giving this opportunity to us, to Roman. It really means a lot. Be fighting on HBO, the greatest sports network. It's a real honor. Roman is really excited. We're all excited. You know, it's a great opportunity. It wouldn't have been possible without K2. And just like Tom said, a special recognition to Peter Nelson for really pushing that type of weight class to fight on HBO. It really means a lot to us. It's a really big deal for us. And Roman, every time that he's training and thanking God for all these opportunities, he just can't stop thinking about the fact that he's fighting on HBO and he's fighting in the undercard of one of the greatest champions there will ever be, which is Triple G. His knockout ratio is something that Roman keeps on seeing through a lot of videos. His power, his strength, his combinations. And it's really a great pleasure to be able to fight on this undercard, to be able to fight against such a great boxer like McWilliams Arroyo is. The fact that he's a flag bearer, like Tom said, means a lot to us. We know he has a brilliant amateur career and also as a pro. He's a really hard fighter. He's a great contestant, and I know that they're going to give out fireworks just like Triple G and Wade are. So it's really nice to be here and to be part of this team of Chocolatito. It really means a lot. He's one of the most humblest person I've ever met. I love him as a brother, and it's really a blessing to be part of this event. And I want to bring out Roman to give a couple of words. Thank you very much for having us.
Muy buenas a todos, Dios me los bendiga. Estoy feliz de la oportunidad de HBO, de Taken, y estoy listo para enfrentarme a una excelente pelea con Matt Williams, esperando en Dios que toda la cosa salga bien, y feliz estoy porque vamos a pelear en la misma cartelera de Golovkin y un gran campeón, y esperando en Dios que le demos una excelente pelea al público.
Excuse me. Yeah. He wants to thank God, Mr. Honda, Taken Promotions, K2, HBO for this great opportunity, for the fight that he's going to give. He wants to give the best show possible. He's very happy to be able to fight McWilliams Arroyo, which is a great boxer, and at the same time very honored to fight once again in the undercard of Triple G, which is somebody he looks up to and is a great champion. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you, Carlos. It really brings, this fight really brings back memories at the Forum when they had Chiquita Gonzalez fighting Michael Carbajal. I mean, those were the type of tremendous fights that they would put on in the history at Forum Boxing. And I think Roman is going to find a home at the Forum for many more fights to come. It's a tough matchup for him. If he comes out successful, naturally, there's many bigger things ahead for him. So we're really excited about that. And if you look at Roman's personality, I think he mirrors Triple G as far as being very humble and respectful outside the ring and being very exciting inside the ring. So it's just a great combination. With that being said, moving to the main event is, what can I say? It's Gennady's, now this would be his 16th title defense coming up. It's an IBF mandatory. It's no secret that we tried to get one of the other champions out there to fight him in the next fight. We even reached out to Bleedro Saunders in the UK to fight him. But for one reason or the other, the champions had declined. IBF mandatory is in effect, and Dominic Wade is a leading available contender. I'd like to first acknowledge Sam Wasson from Heyman Sports. I've known Sam for a long time. This is also the first time that we've actually officially done business together. I've known Tom Brown for a number of years. We both grew up in the LA area, and went to many shows that Tom was working at, you know, back in the days growing up in the Valley, Reseda Country Club. And you know, it's just great now that we can actually do a main event show together. I have to say that making the deal work was I think I was officially quoted, it took about a week to work out all the details, and that's true. You know, there's a lot of different things to agree to on a big championship fight like this, but it was easy to work out the details. Tom and I have known each other for a long time. We have a similar style, and so I have to really acknowledge him and his team for putting the fight together. Unfortunately, Dominic Wade is not able to be here today. Tom will give you the details. Although the sun is shining here in California, he was flying from the East Coast, from the DC area, and plane delays and one thing led to another, and he wasn't able to come. But to speak on behalf of TGB Promotions and Dominic Wade, I'd like to introduce Tom Brown.
Thank you, Tom. Well, TGB Promotions is very happy to be a part of this event. Dominic Wade has earned the opportunity to fight for the middleweight championship by becoming the mandatory challenger. I'd like to thank Tom Waffler and K2 Promotions, Tony Walker and HBO. Of course, the fabulous forum. Tom touched a little bit on the history of the great forum fights in the old days. I used to be there twice a month, and the forum became known as the graveyard of champions because so many great fighters lost their titles there. So who knows? I'd also like to say hello to my old friend Abel Sanchez. We go back like 30 years to the Terry Norris days. Abel has another big fight coming up, I think it's March 26th, with Sullivan Barrera. I hope he goes up to Oakland and kicks some ass and does a great job. And Abel will have a chance to go 1-1 maybe in the next few fights. Dominic Wade had an outstanding amateur career and has been training his whole life for this opportunity. He's young, skilled, and very hungry. There's a lot of talk about a potential showdown with Canelo Alvarez, and we can only hope that they're looking past him. On April 23rd, Dominic Wade will show the world he belongs in the ring with the best middleweight in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. We do have a New York press conference scheduled on Thursday. He's taking the train from DC, so there won't be any flight delays, no weather issues, and so he'll definitely be there on New York on Thursday in New York at Madison Square Garden. So we're looking forward to that, and Bernie will be happy to distribute that. Anyone that needs photos of Gennady and Dominic together, we'll be happy to distribute that. So with that being said, you know, I have to acknowledge a few people on our side. When you have 15 title defenses in a row, when you have a 21 knockout streak in a row, when you have multiple titles like Gennady has accumulated, you know, Gennady is the one that does all the hard work in the ring, has a spotlight on him. I'm up here on the podium, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes that I just want to acknowledge from our side, and it wouldn't be possible to put these type of events together, and whether we're in Madison Square Garden, whether it's the Forum, you know, the biggest arenas here in the United States. Like first and foremost, to acknowledge Erica St. Philip. She's been with me at K2 ever since we started K2 in 2003, and you know, without her, none of this really be possible for me. Oleg Herman and his brother Max Herman they're both the managers of Gennady. They're the ones that I made my deal with when they were looking for a new promoter. You know, they had a lot of issues with the promotional situation they had in Germany. He wasn't getting the title opportunities, wasn't getting the TV exposure. He wanted to fight everybody, but my commitment was I'll do my best to promote Gennady here in the United States and make him a star. And their commitment was Gennady's going to spend his time, move here to the United States and make it a priority. And it's been a winning combination ever since. I've known Abel Sanchez for many, many years. Started with Obakar a long time ago, and so You know, it's just one of those things. It's a perfect storm. Bernie Barmacel does the promotion, the publicity, Melissa Moscow, all the accounting. So it's really a well-oiled machine. So with that, I'd like to bring up who just recently won the Boxing Writers Association Trainer of the Year. I don't know why it took you so long, Abel, but now you're officially Trainer of the Year. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce the trainer for Triple G, the mad scientist behind his Mexican style that he ingrains in Gennady up in Big Bear at the Summit Gym, the 2015 Trainer of the Year, Abel Sanchez.
Thank you, Tom. It sure is a lot of fun to be in front of all my friends. And happy to be back in LA fighting at the Forum. Happy to be part of a card that promises to be a barn burner. Roman is in for another tough fight. McWilliams, I'm sure, wants to equal his brother's doing by being a champion also. Dominic Wade is a guy that I follow in the amateurs, a guy that is trained by a couple friends of mine, who's had a slow professional career, but he's at the point now where he is the mandatory. So it's a guy that we may not know a lot about, or the public may not know a lot about, but I know a lot about him. We're going to prepare like if he was a champion already, and we're trying to unify title, because he's coming to fight. I'm sure he's coming in shape. I'm sure he's coming ready, and he's very motivated, because it is what all young fighters aspire to, is to fight for a world title and win. I'm very happy to be working alongside Tom Brown again. I think we've known each other for about 30 years. It's the first time really where we faced each other this way, but I'm happy that we're doing it as friends. We promised a great show. Gennady's going to go to camp at the beginning of next week and concentrate on trying to put on the same kind of drama show that he did the last time here at the Forum. Thank you.
Thanks, Abel. So with that being said, a fighter that at this point of his career doesn't really need any introduction. He's the WBA Super Champion, the IBF Champion, IBO Champion, WBC Interim Champion, all at the 160-pound middleweight division, Gennady Triple G Golovkin.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very interested in my situation because I have new chance. I must show you my style, my show. I'm very excited this day because now there's my part. And Chocolatito Gonzalez is here. I think it's a very great combination, just big gift, big present for fans. More respect to the sport, to boxing. You ask me why Dominic Wade? Because he undefeated and the IBF mandatory challenger. It's very interesting for me. Thank you so much, my team. Thank you very much, HBO, special, because I know a lot of people are very excited this day on April 23rd. Welcome to my second home, to Forum. Thank you, please.
So with that, we're going to conclude the press conference. The tickets did officially go on sale today. There are still tickets available, but as I mentioned, really encourage the fans to buy the tickets early. I think Bernie will do the face-off. We'll have McWilliams and Chocolatito come up for the face-off, and then we'll have Gennady by himself, then also in between. So we'll have all the fighters for the face-off.
closer, a little closer. Chocolito, turn a little bit toward us, Chocolito. There you go. Good stuff. Right here, guys. Right here, guys. Right here, guys. Right out front.
Right here.
One more time, right here, please. Chocolito, right there. Chocolito. Bernie, one more time. Chocolito, right there. Chocolito. Vamos. Right there.
Peter, you want to get inside over here? Big smiles, everyone.
Enséñale la derecha, chocolate.
Turn the belt just a little. Turn the belt just a little.
Right here.
Angle the belt just a little. Chocolito, turn the belt down just a little. Just the belt. There you go. That's good. Tom, everybody right here? Everybody right here in the middle? Right there in the middle? Good.
You want to get with the other two guys, please? Roman?
You speak Spanish.
What do you want?
Right here.
Thank you. One more, is she good?
No, not yet, not yet.
Hang on a second.
Kennedy, right here. Kennedy, right here, please. Everybody right here. Everybody right here. Three. Come in. Please up.
All right, Chris?
Right here. Good night.
Good. Okay.
All right, take the table out. Get up, please. Stand.
Román.
Come on, come up.
Okay, what do I do?
Come. Sam.
Face forward, please.
Bueno, that's a girl. Take it.
Good, Chris?